has been the second time, and I do apologize that we're coming in halfway through here, that we have recorded without sound, except this time we can't fix it. So you're going to see a lot of gameplay without any kind of me talking. That does happen. Probably more than it should. So hopefully y'all don't mind, but if you do, you know who to blame. The guy who can't realize that his mic's not recording sound. But we got a boss fight, which you can see out here in the back corner. I wish he'd just hurry up and come. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Alright, here we go. At least none of the bad parts are kept. And it would have been weird to show progress to something that you would have no idea what's going on. So, thankfully we didn't talk about anything too important. Aw, jeez. Alright, well, all they're going to do is give me a free hit on that anyway, so I'm not going to be worried about it. I am worried about the fact that I can't seem to get a hit in here. That's frustrating. I hate this attack here too. More because it's just a pain in the butt. Alright, come on. Go away. His harder form that you can defeat, the Soul Nail, is insane. It reminds me of those, if you have Rogue Legacy for the console, those extra bosses that you can find at the end once you defeat the normal ones. Yeah, just ridiculous levels of amped up difficulty. I thought for a minute he's going to fake us out like he did last time. Alright, we'll heal up. Because I'm not taking any kind of chances with this guy. Wow. I'm kind of glad I did. Heal up, that is, and I'll take chances. We did, however, unfortunately, in our Mike Silence talk about Destiny 2 coming rather quickly, and possibly making us another clan to join in and let y'all play with me, with each other, what have you, for those that will get Destiny 2. And I do play on PS4. So unfortunately, you do have to deal with that. Oh man, I should have taken the opportunity to heal. Because I'm down to nothing. Okay. I've got 2 hits left. I don't know how many he's got. Probably more than I want. That's alright. If I can avoid this one, it gives me a minute to heal. Really? You gonna fake me out now? There. That was a little dramatic. Oh no, he's not dead yet. I forgot. so he refuses to give up his spirit. Which I think is rather odd and cool at the same time. Wow. I fell for that one. Come on. Okay, actually be dead this time, please. Oh, he is. So now we do get the power to smash through the ceiling and floor and stuff. Desolate Dive. Well, there we go. We actually beat one. Crap, I already forgot how to do the move. Wow. Okay, let's see. Being down. Aha! There we go. More monsters you can shake a stick at. So hopefully next time I won't keep making these rookie mistakes of forgetting to turn my mic on. Like, seriously, I've recorded so much here recently, and I'd say out of today alone, I've missed 2 times. Just completely, I don't know, if I'm getting tired, it's just been one of those days already. It's hard to tell. This could not be my week. For all I know. But it's all good. Bam. Oh, there's something up there I want. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to find out. What are you? Oh, another seal. Which basically could be sold for money. Well, could have used that guy. Which reminds me, I think I also said last video that we need to check up on that grandpa figure. See how he's doing. Because I know we haven't been to the bug place in I don't know how long. I know it's been quite a while. There we go. And there's enough to get another mark. Oh, really? In the smallest possible area. Reminds me of the Medusa's heads we used to have in Castlevania series. Where they'd stick them in the worst possible places. So there's him now. And if I was dumb, I'd go and attack him again with the spirit or dream nail, excuse me. But I'm not that stupid. I mean, this boss fight is ridiculous hard. Let's see. Try to make sure I'm not missing anything from up here. Nope, that didn't have anything to do with it. So we'll continue on. I know we've got one more area to see. Because we're aiming for actually one of the main bosses. One of the big white figures that you see all over the map. And you can see we're kind of sadly getting away from him. Her, it. I don't remember which one it is. Which is not exactly the best thing. I gotta remember how to get up there. Or back there, for that matter. Because it may be through someone's house or something. And I'm sure someone is yelling, "Oh my god, you forgot blah blah blah." Because I probably did. Probably have walked completely over a surface that we could have gone to smash through, and I just, nope, completely forgot. I know we just came from here, but free save space, give it to me. Possibly see. No, okay, we actually went through Soul Sanctum. It's just self-contained, that bad. Okay, well, that wasn't what I was aiming for, but at least it's something. We can, in fact, get through the Royal Waterways down there. And with us being so close, I just might. You know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. We needed this anyway. And we still are missing a couple of extra powers, so why not? Keep us going down. We're going all the way down. So I'll finally have my copy of Sonic Mania on Monday. Statuette and everything. I am probably more excited than I should be. I didn't grow up on Sonic. I actually didn't play it, I think, till I was in high school. Or maybe middle school. And it was... We had the Game Boy Advance. My brother got one. And we would share it on road trips and stuff. And we each were allowed, before trips, to, like, buy a game. Brand new game. So that we'd have something to play and enjoy on the trip. Well, I think he was a big Sonic fan. I was more of like the action adventure RPG kind of person. So when it came time to buy games, he actually got the first Sonic Advance game. And I remember, I think I got like Super Mario Bros. 3 or something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly. And I did like it, you know. Or I got Metroid, the original one, which I did enjoy playing as well. But that's besides the point. The point is, when he was and I were on our trip, kind of enjoyed that Sonic Advance 2. Or not Sonic Advance 2, Sonic Advance. That was probably my first real experience with a Sonic game. And it apparently is not the best there is. It was good for a portable device. But definitely not the best Sonic game. And I mean, unfortunately, you know, shortcomings are, and hindsight's 50-50. 2020, excuse me. Lord, tripping over words today. I think I'm still beating myself up over having messed up the audio. Anyway. Really? So after that, I remember getting into college, and before that point, I actually had no idea what this thing was that people were talking about, like emulation. I didn't even know it existed. It took some really good buddies from my engineering class to actually show me what emulation was. And after that, I mean, I was hooked. I was like getting games left and right, playing the original Final Fantasy games all over again. Enjoying of course, the Sega Genesis games that I never got to play as a kid because we didn't own a Sega Genesis. Okay, that was odd. And a first, must be from the new DLC. So I went haywire. I probably had a 16 gig flash drive and roughly half, if not 3/4. I would even say maybe the whole thing was filled to the brim with classic games. The Super Nintendo, classic Nintendo, Game Gear, which I did own. It was actually my first portable system. I bought it with my own money. Game Boy. That was one of the few times I actually played Pokemon. Yeah, I had to emulate Pokemon when I was in college just to get a glimpse of what it was like. Though my neighbors did have it. I mean, he loved it. I think he had Red. I'm trying to remember exactly what game he had and enjoyed playing. So that's where that comes out of. But I mean, I loved and got hooked on the original Sonic game. There's something about the music and the feel of the game that drew me in. It's an odd kind of combination. Because it wasn't like the Mario that I had known, or the Metroid with the puzzles and the advancement through gaining power-ups and stuff. It's more like, really, I'm just not having. I need to beat that thing too. It's not like anything I was used to playing. Wow, we were far behind. That is really bad. Really, really bad. Whew. I don't like that at all. There's not even a close bench, is there? No, there is a bench. We gotta find it. That's the problem. Okay. And it could have been because I was a questionable college student in the engineering program who, for the first time ever, was experiencing classic games. So I didn't have nostalgia. I don't remember or have nostalgia glasses. For most of these games, if not all of them. I think the only thing I actually played that I can say, yes, I played it, was the original Legend of Zelda, Metroid, of course, the original Super Mario Brothers. We had the I wonder if the shop guy has any. Nope, he doesn't place it.
Velmi Orchard.
So you just sell that stuff for cheap. I'm trying to think what else. We did have, and this is a blast from the past if you remember this. but we had a Super Scope for the Super Nintendo. Wow, okay. And that was probably like the first peripheral experience I had. My grandparents owned a copy of... Let's see, talk about a bench. I need to find that so we have a faster place to get to. What the heck are you doing? Oh, I have no... Okay. It takes freaking... Are you kidding me? So I've got to get... How nice of them. No wonder they give me easy enemies right here. It drains my soul just to do this. That's so stupid. Alright. Well, we're at least closer to where I want to be. Not much, but we're there. Where's this gonna drop me then? Ah, I see. They had the Duck Hunt cartridge, but I can't remember if the Duck Hunt didn't work, or if we just never played it. Because I don't ever remember it. It's probably more the fact that it didn't work. Because those light guns were awful. And we even had that problem with the Super Scope when we got it to work. There was a big if on that one. I just totally got myself a good corner in that one. That sensor had to be placed just right on the top of your television, and you had to be like at an exact angle, have so much lighting in the room, have a crap ton of batteries on you. It was a pain. Nowadays, looking back at it, I don't know what the appeal was. Why even light guns were a thing, unless everyone wanted that home arcade experience. Which is the only thing I can even remotely think of. That's the only reason anybody ever wants this crap. They're just like, yeah, give me that. But I think I actually still have that light gun somewhere. It'd be interesting if they did keep it. I do. Okay, so technically we do own the game still, so I do emulate the Super Scope with a mouse and a keyboard. I tell you, it's so much better that way. Alright, come on. Let's try this boss one more time. That's what we call it. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, I'm just not seeing it. Other than upgrading my nail, because God, it sucks. Yeah, this is happening. What's up, folks? I know this video is probably confusing to say the least. And I know at one point we fought a boss twice, talked about calling the video, and in fact, surprisingly, that's precisely what we did. But upon editing it and stuff, I really wasn't happy with the length and quality, so we changed that up a little bit, so that now we have the opening scene that you see, and I know it's ignored from the continuation of what you just saw because I didn't know how I was going to put all that together. That is apparently one of the new bosses from the update. So I kept that in because I wanted you all to see how that runs. So you saw the boss fight in its completion state, at least. At least, you know, us winning. Because that wasn't the outcome the first time. I'll say that. But, after that, though, it didn't get too bad. And then, you know, you saw the rest of where we gained the ability to crash through the ceiling, and we fought that boss as well. And now you're seeing what is the Broken Waterway. However, we are not remotely prepared to take this area on. This has now been the third time I fought that boss, and we're not ready. So, on top of not really being satisfied with the length, we're probably going to go through and see if I can't really wrap up some loose ends that I know need to be done anyway. You can see right here in front of us, Mantis Village still has a couple of things that could be seen. We did finish Soul Sanctum, for the most part at least. Ancient Basin is done enough. And then we've got an entirely new area in Green Path we haven't seen yet. So I'm going to try and get us out of here and to a fast transport. We're going to try to go up to Dirtmouth, grab us our shadow, and then head through Green Path. We have not been there in I don't know how long. So it's going to be interesting going through it again. Actually, now that we are a little better prepared, but not entirely. We are nowhere near what needs to be ready. I for sure need to power up a little bit. And it's sad that we aren't where we need to be. We have been, or really I have been, kind of lagging behind here. Enjoying the experience, which is not a bad thing. But at the same time, you know, we're not where I originally fought some of these bosses and stuff. Because I don't not remember having any kind of problem with that crazy worm boss thing, whatever it is. So, that's all good. We'll fix it. Won't be no problem. You're just going to get a little excerpt at the end of our regular scheduled video that looks like it's just doesn't fit in with the rest, and it probably doesn't, but it's all good. Because we're going to make it fit in somehow, right? There is supposed to be some kind of cohesion here. Just haven't figured out how yet. And hopefully here soon we'll actually get enough, because we do need to go back to the little sanctum area and see what is truly available for us, because I know that we get an upgrade ore here soon, and that will be nice. Let's see, it's down here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Because we do need to upgrade our nail. It is bad. So we did come out of... Interesting, we did come out there. Okay. So it might be super long, it might be super short. And we still need to rescue her. She's funny. I gotta figure out how the heck to get it in there, though. That's the thing. It's probably where that bench is. We could possibly wrap around, see if we can't rescue that little girl. And I completely forgot that they don't attack me, so here I am just going at it. Like a ding-dong. Excuse me. Alright, so we are right above the little mantis layer here. So we'll drop down in. See if I can't figure out how the heck to get to her. I know there's a way, because I have her in the other one. And she is odd. Like, she ends up being almost stalkerish. Which I think is kind of funny. Because she goes all out talking about how you saved her and stuff. And then from there, it's just nothing but pure weird. Alright, so I'm trying to see if there's like a... There's still no breakaway floor or nothing. I'm sure there's a way in there. We'll figure it out. This is all still the same level. That's already been broken into. Such conundrums. Oh well. It's not priority number one. Right now that's just figuring out how in the world to get around the stuff we're missing. So up here we should have... Yes. This stuff, I don't know if I talked about it in the first segment. It's supposed to help at end game and an optional boss that we did see. Down at the abyss, there's a white knight, and if you hit him, he says no response because we're not strong enough. And I think it takes like 600 or 1200. It's not a ridiculous number, it's just a big number. And I think I only have like 650 or something. So that just talks about the Mantis Warriors. Let's see, so that tree's done. We're missing something up here, which maybe I couldn't get to because I couldn't double jump. Precisely what we were missing, because we couldn't double jump. Ah. Wow. I'm not having any luck here. Jeez. Oh, this may just take care of two birds with one stone here. Because this may lead us down to her, the little buglet we need to rescue for the village. Of course, I'm not too sure. I need to get a copy of the map and put that out. Oh, yeah, I see that though. We need that. It's probably either a piece of a mask or a shard of the other good stuff that we need. still, at least I haven't changed that part. Alright, so it makes it easier to walk in here. These guys haven't changed a bit. They've gotten stupider, but haven't changed much. Okay, so there it is. I'm trying to figure out how in the world to get to it. So I think anything from here down is nothing but the end. But we'll see. Oh, great. Why in the world does that plant decide to start shooting now? We gotta heal up or I'm not making it very farther. If I can get rid of one of them, that'd be great. Not really? I'll explode and kill your master. Follow me. Ugh. Well, at least these things don't attack. And they're free souls, so we'll take it. I can't be sucking even more now. That's where that thing is. Well, I guess there may not be a way to it just yet. Interesting questions without answers. Yet. Yeah, so I'll have to get a copy of a map probably. Or find my copy, because I know I've got one somewhere. So that we don't have hopeless wandering here much longer. Of course, that's part of the journey. Y'all may not think so. You may just be tired of it. You're like, oh god, not another episode where he does nothing. Just sits there and barely makes progress. Which I could completely understand. Or at least he could just like fall down here. Okay. Alright, so we actually are getting close to where she is, which is rather interesting. Oh, God. It's a mess. Having that plant around here is not helping. There just went like a ton of Geo that I've been saving up. God, that sucks. Well, there goes that plan. Getting that back. All part of the game, right? Heartache and all. Ah, well. So it looks like I do need to just go ahead and suck it up and go back up to the surface. Now I think... Yeah, so it did save at least that we completed the tree. Which I'm happy about. Not that it was hard to get done. That's another thing we happened to do when we had no mic audio. We did just get the tree done as well. One of them at least. And all that was just a little bit of jumping around. So we didn't miss much. I'm going to kill myself on this stuff if I'm not careful. Wow. Once again with that terrible hit. This is the best way to get out of here to a safe spot, because I'm more of a danger to myself than anything else. This is not going at all how I planned, or at least the last 20 minutes of it. Oh, cool. That's new too. Alright, let's get on out of here. We're almost at Queen's Crossing, which will at least make me a little more comfortable. I'll get on out of here. I think I've already gotten this. Looks like I have. Get some save that. Call our ride out of here. And at least defeat our shadow. I'm not going back in there. I'm crazy if I try. Plus, I know I for sure have enough of those rancid eggs to get through a little while longer.
Really?
Alright, yep. True. Yep, please do. But it does suck that we don't have all that geo. We've probably lost 2,000 or 3,000. And we still actually haven't finished the Crystal Caves. There's a little area you can go out and come back in. So we'll save right quick. I do not want to have to go back through that ordeal. Yeah. It would have been nice to get one of those too. Alright, so we'll hit the station of Green Path, and from there, continue on and try to find what we're missing. Because we are, you can see up there at the top, we have a little area you hadn't seen yet. Down at the bottom, we're missing the ability to swim through acid. And I don't remember when I get that. I know we're close to it, but let's see. I just sadly don't remember when. Which is, again, I just need to... That map's gonna come in handy here soon. I forget those guys. I always felt like that kind of cheat the game a little bit. Those soldiers that wander and do what they do. I'm trying to remember why I haven't finished this area. Because right now, I'm drawing a blank. I should have been in and through this in no time. And in fact, with double jump and all this stuff, it's rather easy. And it probably could be... Ah, that's why. Because it's this part here that I couldn't get through. I did, in fact, need a little more. So I beat those guys. Trying to see if I have everything there is around here. I see the worm. That's another thing I kept saying I needed to get done. So it looks like we may have this little section here wrapped up completely. Got it all nice and tight in a little package. Oh, that almost ended badly, not for the good thing. Because I think that's... yeah, you fall through that chest and there's a little hole in the wall. Okay. So why in the world did I not get through? Must be up there then that I'm missing. Because so far I'm not seeing anything else that remotely looks like an exit. Let's see, no exit. Oops. Ah, here we go. There's the exit. And our last area we're missing. Except for parts of Dark Nest. The Howling Cliffs. So since we're here, I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the little dream sequence. It's not hard. And there's really no point in not grabbing it. The enemies here are pitiful compared to what we are. And the only boundary there is set by the game itself, and it's a little wind that pushes back on you. So if I wander too far out... Oh, the King's Idol. Interesting. Yeah, see, it pushes me back. So I couldn't make it any farther than that. Well, the King's Idol may be exactly what we're missing for that little statuette they said we needed. Or it had an engraving for something. This is so much better when I have double jump. And I can just kind of glide off the cliffs and get what I need. Really no point not. Let's see, what is this? Okay. Another Wanderer's Journal. Trying to make sure I have all of this dream stuff too. It does at least make a noise. And this is why those little escort bugs that grab your money is such a huge payoff. Because unless you're crazy enough to go wandering through and finding it all, it's better off just carry him with you. And I think he's actually above us, is why we hear the map maker. And we're only missing one of his areas. Surprise, surprise. Which we'll get later on when we can get the ability to traverse the black smoke.
Me him no escuché.
Alright, we'll buy that. It's only 75. Not too bad. And if I go through there, I think I leave the area, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not attempting the process of getting all these little dream nodes. Ooh. Falling from here doesn't kill you, thankfully, but it's an irritation. It's just like, really? How stupid am I that I just like run off the side of a cliff? Almost there. This might be the last one. Looks like it. So we're at 270. I think I need to go visit her here soon, too. So this is... Let's see. I think this is actually an optional boss fight. Looks like the room wraps around on it. Because it's showing me that floor that's breakable. The ceiling is breakable up there. But I don't have any way of getting to it. Okay, and there's no way to go over there. Wow. Sometimes you can get these guys to commit suicide. I don't even know. Like that. I didn't even see that guy, that enemy come out. That looks like the blue veins of one of those. That's the animals of one of those trees. The ones that give you all that blue energy. Huh. Maybe I'm getting close to one. There we go. Let's get through that. Oh, there's a bench close by at least. That he's kind enough to mark for us. Well, this is pretty. Joni's Blessing. Oh, hold on. So I think I can actually take her. Yep, I can take her with me. Which somebody once asked, is it a bad thing to kind of like not really kill these guys, but take them with you, I guess? Even though it feels like I'm killing them. Because there is at one point you get to see this mass graveyard. And the caretaker's like, don't go and attack people. Because I know you can. I know you can. And I personally didn't. I heeded her warning because I didn't know what would happen if anything. But apparently some others are just, you don't tell me what to do, not part of your system, and they went straight for it, and nothing happens. Which kind of seems a little bit of a downer. You tell me don't do this, and I don't do it. I figured you would be proud, or perhaps reward me for such behavior. But instead, it's just a false warning. seems silly. Here's another place we can learn our nail art, so we'll do that. Let me see the map here. So the Hiding Cliffs is really small, like really, really small. We're almost done with it, which is why I haven't called it just yet, despite this being a really long episode. Thankfully, he doesn't charge. But we learned a new art. The Cyclone Smash. Slash, not smash.
Hele sommet.
And then he goes back to being a hermit.
Finnen.
I've always wanted to kind of like bow to these guys because they do teach you such important tasks and later becoming very helpful techniques. When I remember to use them, that is. But alas, there is no press F to bow and pay respects. So I'm stuck. Why not? I know, here we are just thrown right into a boss battle, but this particular animal gives us more of that dream substance. It's one of those, of the few that I know, I think there's like 4 or 5. We've seen areas where they've been, but we haven't actually been in them. Mostly because we needed that little lantern. Wait on her to start making 3. There we go. That's when you know you're getting close. These to me are like the most fun to fight because it's more of a challenge. It's not can you hit me so many times, it's can you understand my pattern and find my weakness. As much as you can get in one of these games, I guess. There she goes. To rest in peace. She was like a thinker. Because I didn't talk to her before we even remotely went and decided to attack her corpse. But, she was the knowledged one. Because we have the warrior that we already beat, who lived with his regret. And then we had her, and I think there's a couple more. So you may remember this sequence from 14 episodes ago? Has it really been that long? Where the beginning of the game opens, we've finally come full circle. It's hard to believe. That it's all led up to this one moment where we see the beginning again. Thankfully, it's a little easier this time around. Or a lot easier this time around, even though the enemies will take the same amount of hits, which is pretty much 1. But we have done it. Come back all the way to the beginning and seen the last missing area. We have 1 map we're missing, at least, maybe 2. But I don't count that because we already know those areas exist. Let me see, which one of the 2 do we need? So we need 3 and 3. Or 2 and 3, so it doesn't matter. But that'll probably about do it for this weird and crazy episode. Hope y'all enjoyed. Sorry about the format. We'll be fixed next week when I actually remember to turn the mic on. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. We'll have a good one. Peace out.